It's 11:34, and here are three things you need to know as you go through your day to day. Number one, now that the old I-74 bridge is down, at least a portion of it, removing all the debris from the river is taking center stage. The two bigger towers were designed to fall toward the outside of the river channel to minimize closures. Diving crews and contractors remove the debris with cranes. Once those larger pieces of the bridge are taken out of the river, a final scanning will be done to ensure all the debris is collected. The pieces of the bridge will be brought to a demolishing yard, and we expect the other span to come down later this summer.
Earlier this month, President Biden signed into law a debt ceiling increase. With it came changes to SNAP benefits. The biggest change is the work requirements. The age has increased from 18 to 49 to 18 to 54. The law also added new categories of workers who are exempt. People who do not meet the exemption requirements must be able to show they're either working or participating in job training for 20 hours per week to receive those SNAP benefits. And with number three, here's Andrew.
And Mother Nature doing a little booming of her own over the weekend. It wasn't just the bridge implosion, but some of you actually picking up some showers and thunderstorms yesterday. Won't be the case today. I mean, it'd be hard to find a cloud in the sky other than what's going on here in the distance. Live look at our Clinton, Iowa weather camera. Beautiful day, by the way, to be on the Mississippi River. If you want to cool down a little bit, it's already warm. I mean, 84, and here we are at 11:35 in the morning. So it's easy to see why we're going to head for the 90s this afternoon. You still have at least that dry air mass. We don't start talking about the sticky feeling to the air until the dew point number here hits about 70, and we have a long way to go before we see anything like that. So this is the little disturbance that brought those showers and storms to us yesterday. It's moving into the Ohio and Tennessee Valley. What we've got in its place is yet again another area of high pressure, and normally we're happy to see these, hence the H and why we relate to that, but we're not happy to see it because we're so starved for moisture. I mean, the drought just continues to intensify, and this doesn't help things either. The fact that we're going to be 90 today, we're going to do 90s again tomorrow, it's just only going to intensify it. At least the good thing with this pattern and the fact that we're not dealing with the humidity yet is look what happens to your overnight lows. This is still cool enough where you can give that air conditioning a break. If you want your wallet to breathe a little more with your utility bill, shut it down at night, get the windows open. We're still going to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. But during the day, you see that quick turnaround, well, we go right back into the 90s. So that may help your budget a little bit if you can do that for the next few nights, because we're not going to see those really warm, stuffy nights, at least not yet, the way the forecast is shaping up. This is the map that I'm really going to be interested to look at come Thursday morning, because that's the next update for our drought situation. And this has changed dramatically even from when I saw it last week. Notice that 90% of the Quad Cities is now in a level 2 drought. That moderate drought. But I have a feeling that severe drought, that 6%, is going to more than quadruple in the next couple of months. In fact, I think a good chunk of our region is going to be in severe drought by the time we get out of the month of June. And we're not alone. This drought is everywhere throughout the Midwest. Nearly the entire state of Iowa, the entire state of Illinois and Missouri, and even a good chunk of Wisconsin completely in drought status right now. And this is only going to intensify. Again, there's your severe drought. I expect that to continue to move to the northeast as we stay dry. So what about the longer range? Is anything changing with this? Not really, and I'll show you why. As long as this area of high pressure is either close by or to the south of us, that means that the Gulf of Mexico, where all that moisture is for good rainfall, is closed. It's locked off. It can't be drawn up to the north here in the Midwest. So I'll take you to the weekend where there's at least one opportunity for rain. That's going to be on Sunday, most likely. You see, we've got a southwest wind here. But when we get into next week, what happens? Well, the pattern shuts down again. That high goes back to the Gulf of Mexico along the Gulf Coast, shuts it down, and brings all this heat to the west back into the Midwest. So it's going to be hot and it's going to be dry, most likely for the remainder of the month, with a rain chance here and there. Let's switch gears for a moment, get to the tropics, because we have some breaking weather news there. First tropical depression of the Atlantic hurricane season forming just in the last hour here. This is Tropical Depression 3, and you can see it is far away from any land as of right now, moving to the west at 21 miles per hour. What does this look like in the days ahead? Well, it is expected to become our first hurricane of the season before we get into the upcoming weekend. Going to have some significant impacts, especially to the Caribbean, but I do believe it's an unfavorable environment beyond that to get any big impacts to the United States. We're going to keep a very close eye on that. That could be one little glimmer of hope to maybe change this pattern. We'll see about that. Right after this quick break, how hot it will be being into the weekend, and when we're going to see that rainfall return too, right after this.
Are you ready when the storm strikes? Call the Electric Doctor to keep your lights on with a Generac home standby generator. Our natural gas or LP generator permanently connects to your home's electrical box, so you'll have power for your entire house within seconds. That's power for your sump pump, fridge, freezer, everything else in your house. Call the Electric Doctor to get a Generac home standby generator with 0% financing and a free ecobee Wi-Fi thermostat.
Call the Electric Doctor, your generator specialist. Electric Doctor, the doctor that still makes house calls.
All right, so it's just kind of a broken record. 90, 90, 90, sunshine, sunshine, more sunshine. Look at the weekend. I mean, the hottest point's going to be Saturday for sure. But then a little glimmer of hope as we get a chance for some showers and storms Sunday into Monday. We'll hope at least that adds up to something. But